Opinions and ideas expressed in the following Moraine Valley Broadcast Channel recording are those of its creators and do not represent the views of Moraine Valley Community College.
Hello, I'm Jax Vilar, and this is 600 Seconds, and today's topic is the Fight for 15. I personally am against parts of the Fight for 15, but now we're going to go around the table and share our initial stances.
My name is Medina Marshall, and I am for the Fight for 15.
My name is Summer Black, and I am for the Fight for 15.
Hello there, my name is Mahmoud, and I am for the Fight for 15.
All right.
I believe that huge corporations and other employers who can afford should pay their workers a livable wage at least $15 an hour.
I agree. I believe that employers who can afford to pay their employees should pay their employees $15. However, I believe smaller companies such as privately owned restaurants or things like that should be allowed to pay their employees the federal minimum wage.
I agree with that, but I want to jump in on the $15 an hour portion. I think that fast food workers, I think that if they're 18, 19 and they're just trying to look for a job, I think that they should get paid what their employers are initially paying them. But if they're like 67 years old, they should make the $15 an hour because it's their like career.
Ageism.
That's not, I mean, I guess it's ageism, but I mean, there's a difference between a part-time worker than, you know, like someone who's older and making a career out of it, like managers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And plus they're part-time, so unless you're full-time, I think if you're full-time, you should be able to make the $15 an hour.
15. I don't know, but because what if you're 18 and you're out on your own and you're responsible for where you live and where you eat and you have to pay for school, you still need to have money. So if you're 18, you feel that because you're 18, you should have enough energy to go and get another part-time job?
Well, if they're part-time, I think that, I mean, it's way different, though. That's such an extreme situation that if you're 18 living by yourself, I think that for most people, for most teenagers, it's not the case. I think that if they're just trying to get a job for like the summer or something and they're part-time, that they should make whatever it is now. But if they switch to full-time and work 8 hours for a 40-hour week, I think that they should make the 15.
Well, I gotta jump in, but I think a job is a job. The employer has really a lot of money. All of these big cooperatives, they make so much money, like in billions of dollars profit every year. So let's not like make it really like a lot of rules about it. Just raise the minimum wage for $15. The employer can afford it. The public cost is gonna go down, and there's a lot of proven studies that shows that actually the benefits is overcome the disadvantage. So the argument is almost over right there, so it's just, I feel it's more as a personal perspective for each person who's against the Fight for 15. They just take it to the heart, like, man, I work hard, and those guys, as usual, they always refer to those guys as the burger flippers, and we all went through all these conversations. So I feel it's just more as a personal perspective why they're against it, they're just not, I'm not gonna say they're jealous, but they just feel like, oh my god, I work hard all my day, 8 hours a day, in the steel lifting things, and those guys, they just got that $15 out of nothing. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I feel as though 17 and under shouldn't make $15 an hour, but over 18, you should make $15 an hour.
That sounds good. I don't know, but I'm
as
so
a 17-year-old kid, you really don't need $15 an hour. Mm-hmm. But according to NEP, at least 19 million workers nationwide will benefit from the raises of $15 an hour. This is exactly why we should raise it, because everyone will benefit for it. Also, with stamps according to UC Berkeley, low wages cost U.S. taxpayers $152.8 billion a year to support working families. So our taxes are going to people who already work, and these people work 2 jobs, 3 jobs just to make a minimum for their children, which we should raise the minimum wage.
Well, what I mean, you guys remember the breakdown McDonald's website did for their employees as if you work 2 full jobs,
Yeah.
and also you gotta include all the government benefits. This is
Right.
like ridiculous. This
Yeah.
is just a brainwash right there, and this is just to show how greedy those cooperatives.
Yeah,
Like
it's
as I told, they make a lot of money, and look, they still against it, and they still do this crazy like studies or like those crazy mathematic. They're just trying to prove to people, oh, you can live.
I believe that that's completely an unrealistic ideal to even put on your employees, to say that you can have a $600 rent and a $20 health insurance, and then also on the other hand tell your employee, no, we're not going to pay you more. Go to your state's website and have them sign up for food stamps and Section 8 housing. That shouldn't be an option for an employee to tell their employee.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
coming out of all of our pockets, and we're all extremely affected by it. And that takes away from what the states can do for the rest of the
Exactly.
people, like free college tuition.
Yeah, and actually that just happened in New York and California, I believe. They actually made it the company's responsibility to pay their employees more, just so that it can loosen up resources for people who are on Section 8 housing, or even for students to be able to go to state schools for free.
Yeah. I asked some people on my Facebook page what did they feel about the 5 for 15, and should fast food workers get $15, and most of the responses were no. They feel like they shouldn't get it, but also I looked at the people who said no, and they don't have much knowledge on the subject. They just say
Exactly.
no because they think they're just flipping burgers.
Exactly. I asked them 2 questions. Do you believe that McDonald's employees should earn $15 an hour, and do you believe that employers should pay their employees enough money to live on? Definitely, once I changed the question, the responses changed. But the first question that I asked, definitely got a response out of my friend, and she was so adamant of saying, like, no, I work in the food industry. She went to school to actually be a chef, and she said it's not fair for someone who flips burgers to make as much as me, and I have my college degree in this field, and right now he makes about $16 to $18, and she doesn't believe that a McDonald's employee should come in close second to her wages. And I felt it was a little bit insensitive, because just because they didn't go to school like you, that does not mean that they shouldn't be able to take care of themselves.
I agree. She should be making more.
Exactly.
Everyone should get a raise.
And in that case, just like you said, I feel that a lot of people, instead of saying that that McDonald's employees shouldn't make $15, they should join the fight. Put the responsibility on your company.
And also let's add to that public costs, like it's costing the taxpayers a bunch of money just also to support those families who start from the beginning. They don't even make enough from this big corporate, so we are actually getting effect of it. Even those guys who's against it, they're still paying extra taxes. They could be like used for different ways. It comes back to benefit them, you know what I mean? And they still is not benefiting nobody. So it's just crazy.
Also, with there was a fast food minimum wage increase in California, and CEO Bill Phelps of Wetzel's Pizza actually said that the increase of minimum wage is really good for business, because more people have more money in their pockets to spend on more things, also buy more pretzels and slushies, and everyone wins.
Exactly.
And it just also it feels like more as a brainwash. If you go back to the computer and try to Google the memes, the one we're talking about, the 5 for 15, you'll be so surprised about the result. How all these memes are talking about like why they should make $15 an hour. Everybody is against it, and they showing the other side of people. This is all a false argument, and there is nothing. It's just trying to brainwash them to understand. No, the 5 for 15 is not. They don't deserve it.
Exactly.
One of the examples for one of those memes is the the machines replacing the fast food worker,
Yeah.
but in the back there's still people making that, and they're just not presenting it like the pizza place.
Presentation and allow the food to get out faster.
So, as a conclusion right here, I would like to get into
All right, everyone, let's get our final thoughts in. Go one more time around the table here.
All right, I just feel like there should be a minimum wage increase. It helps all of us, and also the economist says that they aren't certain whether it will hurt anyone, so I think we should just do it.
I believe that the top employers of America should definitely be able to pay their employees a livable wage, and take the responsibility off the public.
Yeah, my last thing is, I believe that if you're full-time, you should definitely make enough to live on.
Yeah, I believe also, like the majority of us right here, they deserve the $15 no matter what they work, no matter what their career are. Everybody is equal. They just give a chance for everybody over here. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening.